how are things going with Tatiana?
Perfect. I mean, it's quite a busy scheduling, so for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But, so I used to deal with it, so no problem.
Anything notable happening in your life these days?
Yes, so notable. I mean, as long as it's notable for you, no idea, but yes, I turned 45.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, and I had a big celebration party this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was, I had to do so much organizational stuff, so like to organize, to order, to book, to whatever. And to keep my dog, so very calm, so because he's like, so he was amazed. We celebrated partly in a restaurant, partly at home, so, and he was amazed, of course, once all people appeared, so.
Yeah. So your dog is a big part of your life, right?
Yes, it's a big one. Yeah, it's my kids.
Lab or?
Lab,
okay.
Yeah, it's a brown one. Yeah.
Okay. Boy, girl?
Boy, Pablo.
Pablo, that's right, Pablo. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I remember me and you and Marcus talking about our dogs, and Marcus is Harvey.
Yes.
So it's Harvey and Pablo, right?
Exactly.
So what day is your birthday on?
On 13th of September, on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got several Septembers. It's you, me,
exactly.
Debbie,
yeah.
and then there's somebody else in the group who has a September.
Yeah, remember your day.
30th, last day of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever the last day is, that's me. So I'll be 46 in not too long. So
Yeah. So, but you are 1 year older than me. Yeah.
I am. Yeah. You don't have to remind me of that. So been in the industry for a few years. What was your first introduction to tungsten? When did you first come in?
My first introduction, it happened with WH, So,
Okay.
I mean, honestly speaking, before I didn't even know what WO3 is, So, yeah. So, I mean, of course, I have heard about Wolfram, so as itself, as such, so, but I had no idea. And I even started at WH in the financial department, so, and I can remember the first discussions, this WO3 unit costs so much and so much. I mean, what is WO3 unit, so like that,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I learned a lot, and I learned quite fast, I must say, so because it's quite a difficult stuff, so it's a chemical thing, so because I don't deal. The main thing is WO3, but you have to understand, so also about all the impurities you don't like. I like WO3, but I don't like, for example, arsenic or molybdenum and so on.
Right.
And I have to understand it as well, so yeah.
So WO3, what exactly is that?
That is that WO3, that is your, just a moment, it was a quick question. That is your...
So it's
oxidized tungsten.
But the W stands for tungsten, right?
Yeah. Sorry, tungsten oxide.
No.
Tungsten
I mean,
oxide,
all the meetings we've been in, like churning stuff out, your mind just turns into butter. So, but
oxide,
so WO3 is tungsten and oxygen, right?
Oxygen, exactly. Yeah.
And then, so when you first came in, and you were in finance, was your degree, like your education, that was in finance?
I have financial background,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have two backgrounds. The first one, I'm a teacher, German and English teacher, and the second one, so I'm a financial manager, so to say,
Okay.
and I started as financial manager at WH.
So do you feel like your background in finance helped you with, because there's a lot of conversion rates that we have to do, because it's not like just a pound is a pound or a kg is a kg. You're having to convert that from, okay, there's oxygen in there, there's this in there, there's that in there. So you felt like that helped you with your ramp time to be able to learn? That
for sure. And also, so that financial people, they are most structured people, So we like structure, so we like that everything, so it's in the right place, So and there is no chance for any chaos, so to say, So it helps as well, So
So how did that transition happen for you from finance? Did you go straight into purchasing, or was there a little bit?
I went straight to the purchasing because, so I was in charge for a transition of the bookkeeping to India. To that time point, so we did this transition. Yeah, and once we were done, so, my contract was expired. Yeah, and they asked me if I probably would like to do something else, so to try to to try in purchasing. You know, so and I was thinking, I mean, okay, I mean, I can change all the time. You know, so I can try, and if I don't like it, you know, so I can change. And I liked people, you know, so and I was thinking, I mean, why not to try the people? I'm familiar with the company, you know, so I know how it works, you know, so I know everybody, you know, so it's a nice flair, and I just tried. But you know, in the past, I have already worked for purchasing, for you know, so for timber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Therefore, I was familiar with it.
Okay.
With purchasing as such, you know. So yeah, it's
so.
Of course,
Are you
it's
saying timber is in like wood?
It's
wood.
wood.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did you find like more invigorating or life-giving that in purchasing than finance? Was it because you were getting out a little bit more, or?
Yeah, of course, you know, sir. I'm getting out a little bit more, and of course, I'm more in contact with different people. You know, finance people, they are more or less, you know, so like alone in their office, you know. So of course, there is some communication, but not like in purchasing, you know. So I meet, I mean, of course, remote many people per day, you know, sir. Or I go to the business trips or whatever, or like now conference, you know. So yeah, and you know, so I like to talk, you know.
I think, you know, for somebody who has you talked about finance people kind of being very much, you like the box, right?
Yeah.
And want some order, some structure.
Yeah.
I think coming from that, I mean, it'd be different if you were in sales and then purchasing and then in finance, but to really come out of finance and go into purchasing like you did, that's probably a bigger leap than you're giving yourself credit for, just because, you know, you have to, when you're in purchasing, you have to think about all the nuances. It's not just, it's this much per pound, or it's that financial equation. It's very complex.
Absolutely, but you know, so now I just was thinking about why it happened or how it happened. I mean, I have to say, you know, so once again, you know, so before I did wood purchasing, you know, so then I, you know, so made my financial education. You know, so in parallel with that, you know, so then I worked as financial manager, and then I changed to purchasing again. It does mean, you know, so financial stuff was in the middle, you know, so so and therefore, it wasn't a problem for me, you know, so to come out of the box, you know, so I spent some time in the box, but I spent some time before the box with purchasing, and I have been spending my time, you know, so out the box with purchasing now.
Well, that probably made a big difference in your experience to be able to pull back from.
That might be,
yeah. All right. Coolest thing in tungsten, like in all of your years, what is the thing that you're like, this is totally awesome? Because most people, when they think about tungsten, they're like, I don't even know what that is. But for us, what is something for you that you're like, this is really cool that tungsten does?
Tungsten does? Do you mean like maybe a kind of application I like? Or,
it could be an application or a part that was made. Like I like that it's used in F1 and NASCAR and in engines, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean I like it that it's used in medical you know, so applications. Yeah. I mean, you know, so. I'm a little bit hypochondriac, and I like to go to doctors.
I can relate, yeah.
Okay, I can go. I like to go to doctors, and of course, you know, so tungsten are a significant part of all these drilling machines, like, and so on, and I mean, operational stuff. You know, so, and I'm happy that it also contributes to develop further the medicine. You know,
My dentist is always reminding me when he's working on my teeth. And unfortunately, you know, that's the time when you're getting done what you don't want done. And he's like, hey, I'm just reminding you, he'll say I'm contributing to the tungsten recycling while he's drilling on my teeth. And I'm like, okay, that's one area where I would rather there not be some tungsten recycling going on right now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then one time in scrap, in the, you know, just the drums that come in, you pull out all kinds of things. Talking about the medical field, there was this, it was probably about the size of that glass right there, but it had you could tell a very serious top on it. But to pick it up, because it was so thick, it probably weighed like 25 pounds to be able to pick it up.
Unbelievable, right?
And we did a little bit of research on it, and I guess there's some medicine like for cancer treatment and some other things that's very dangerous to handle.
Yeah.
And so that's the tungsten is what did have a handle on it, so you could carry it. So that's what they had to carry it around in.
Exactly.
So there's some very cool applications.
Therefore,
like that.
So I always like to emphasize, so okay, of course we are all aware about different tungsten applications, so like cutting tools and whatever, and even defense, of course. So no one wants to have this in usage, so to say,
Yeah.
But we also have to emphasize tungsten is also something peaceful and something what helps people, like medicine,
Sure.
So,
yeah. Well, it was good to sit down and have a conversation with you.
Thank you very much.
have always enjoyed our relationship. I'm very glad that you did transition out of finance back into purchasing because you play a very critical role, not only for Tungco, but for the tungsten industry at large. I think you do a fantastic job. So appreciate you sitting down and answering some questions, sitting under the lights and camera and talking a little bit.
Thank you for invitation, so I appreciate our partnership, so we know each other many years, and we always are good in cooperation, always in touch, and I really enjoy when we go out as well, and just have our talks and, so just...
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, well, I appreciate you, Tatiana.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks for coming by.
You.
Cliff's notes, Cliff's notes, Cliff's notes.